Greetings. Hello, everyone. My name is Addison Pollock. I'm the Director of Community Engagement with AARP Indiana. And this month, we are interviewing past Community Challenge Grant winners, folks from organizations who have received the AARP Livable Communities Community Challenge Grant in Indiana. We're going to talk a little bit about what those projects look like and debrief on their experience with the grant process. The reason we're doing this is because the 2022 AARP Community Challenge Grant is live. The program is up on our website. You can go to www.aarp.org/in and find the application materials there. You have until March 22nd of 2022 to submit your applications. But without further ado, I am joined by Jane Ellery. She is with the Sustainable Muncie Corporation. She's a board member, and we're going to debrief on her 2020. I think it was a project from 2020 that Sustainable Muncie did up in the Muncie area. So, Jane, welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here, and we were honored to be a recipient of that 2020 grant cycle. And of course, it's been kind of COVID plagued, we'll say, but it's been a fabulous opportunity for everyone, and we're really pleased with what we were able to provide, even though we may not have realized the full potential of the actual digital information that we are connecting people with. It still has been a great learning experience and a great connector.
Wonderful. Yeah. So, can you tell us a little bit about your Community Challenge Grant experience? It was 2020, so the pandemic was brand new, but so there was a little bit of a learning curve there. But tell us a little bit more about your experience, the project, and the goals of the project.
So our goal was to actually make Muncie just a little bit more livable by providing residents of all ages with the opportunity to connect to the digital world in a comfortable and inviting place that also offered them the opportunity to connect with other people. And what we did was we took the funding, and we were in the process of re-upping our internal Wi-Fi anyway. And we were able to add 3 hotspots that actually reached out into the community. So you could not only have guest access uh, to our internet here in the building, but you could also access it from outside the building. And by the time we got it done, I was impressed. It was about almost a block in each direction. Is what that permitted. And what's really fun is on the front of our building, there are 2 parks across the street. So we were able to make this available to folks that could sit in those parks. We were also able to make it available to folks who came inside the building. And when I say, as you said, it was very COVID, it was the start of all of the craziness. And while we have had lots of people take advantage, I still don't think we've realized the full potential, but we have written the continued maintenance of all of that into our budget at Sustainable Muncie for the next 5 years. So we're excited by that opportunity. Let me take one really quick opportunity to step back and tell you a little bit about the facility that I'm standing in right now. It's a 88,000 square foot old warehouse that we are working to convert into a maker space. And it's at the corner of Madison and Jackson. So it's called the Mad Jacks building. And we're really working to enhance the maker force and help people start thinking like a maker again and become part of the solution rather than part of the problems that we're seeing in the world today. So we call it our community center with tools. And this tool was just a digital tool that allowed us to reach out in a little bit different way. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Yeah. The Sustainable Muncie application was one of those ones that really stuck out to us because we were in the AARP Indiana was in the mix on some broadband issues, working to advocate for more broadband access across the state. So when we saw that application, we were very taken by it, and it was a really strong one. And the project speaks for itself. Being able to provide broadband inside the Magix facility, but then also to the adjacent, neighborhoods with the public spaces outside. That's it's just amazing. That's really great. Um, can you tell us more about new developments with this project? I know there was a retiree entrepreneurial club that was a piece within the project. So if you could just give us a quick update on where things are today, that'd be great.
Sure. So we're very excited. We've received some additional funding to expand the equipment that's available in our makerspace with tools. We got a contribution from a private donor of about $25,000 worth of medical working equipment. We've got a contribution from Stanley Black and Decker to bring in some woodworking tools. And then our local Ball Brothers Foundation has been extremely generous. And one of the items, so I am a board member at Sustainable Muncie, and that's a volunteer role. We've got great staff now that is continuing to grow and expand. But in my day job, I'm a faculty member at Ball State University, and my research area includes community well-being, especially across the lifespan. So one of the items that this particular project helped us kick off was our Retirees Entrepreneurial Club. And as you know, that's not a real COVID friendly activity either. But we did some really cool things around Zoom, bringing older adults into the picture. So we brought older adults together. There were about 15 of us that came together to forward this process that we called speaking about books. And what we were looking at was we were sharing the ideas of books and creating a book list that grandparents might like to read to their grandchildren. So that was kind of a fun process. And now one of the things that in March, when hopefully we'll be able to get back together unmasked and in safe ways, we've got a group of women who are coming together that we're calling our Cheerful Ladies Breakfast Club. And there are about 6 of us. 3 of them are retirees who recently moved back to Muncie to take care of their parents. And 2 are my friends who have been here in the community for quite a while. And we're going to get together on Fridays and have breakfast and talk about how we can change what's happening in our community and continue to move opportunities forward for everyone and to dream big about what we can do here in Muncie. And it's kind of fun. The mantra at our makerspace has become meet me at Mad Jack's, where we're making the future. And it's the future that we all want to live in, old and young. And we know there's going to be intergenerational programming. We've got youth in the building as well as older adults. So we're really doing the lifespan. And we're just real excited about what 2022 is going to bring. Uh, it's just hard. It's been a hard several years, as everyone knows, but this is going to be a great year, and the next 5 years really look promising for our growth and our development.
That's amazing. That's really good to hear. I love just hearing about all the planning and just the different facets of the Magix facility and everything that Sustainable Muncie's rolling out. Recently, we kicked off our 2022 application process, and the reason we're interviewing you today is not only to debrief on your project, but learn a little bit more about some advice or some words of wisdom that you might give potential applicants uh, for the community challenge grant. Do you have anything that you'd like to share with prospective applicants?
Absolutely. This is a great grant process. It doesn't take a lot of time to put it together, but we spend a lot of time talking to each other and getting to know each other. So this was the perfect project for us to kick off a whole series of new projects. And what I have come to find is that when you start talking to communities and you have a shared vision of where you want to go, I think you can accomplish just about anything. And it was fun to see diverse people coming together, whether it was our Comcast provider and our board, and just people in the community who knew there were some needs in this area. It was fun to see us talk. And now the next project is a little bigger, and the next project is a little bigger. So it was a perfect way to kick off. It didn't take us multiple weeks for, some of the grants that are out there. It takes you so long to pull everything together. It's all but impossible to hit the send button. This was a very realistic need in pulling the information together to submit. And it's been a wonderful and very manageable process in the reporting afterwards. And it's been fun to get to know you, Addison, and the Indiana folks, and to be part of something bigger that AARP has put together here. And we really, really appreciate the opportunity to do this.
Well, thank you, Jane. No, we appreciate you. We appreciate the incredible idea of not only providing broadband to the makerspace, but outside the makerspace, and that was just the timing was just so perfect on that project. And I'm glad to hear that the process was not too complicated. I know that grants can be very complicated, but I love the fact that it brought community members together to engage around a project, and that is leading to new investments in the community, in the makerspace, and in other projects. So that's what these grants are all about: sparking that continued change, and we really appreciate it. I know you plugged before kind of what's next for the Magix facility and Sustainable Muncie, but is there anything that you'd like to plug once more? Just next steps in the near future.
Absolutely. So if you happen to be in Muncie on either most Mondays during the year, where we have Maker Monday events where we've got different kinds of opportunities to be involved in whether it's printing or 3D printing and just activities where we've got these Maker Mondays going on. On Thursdays, the first Thursday of each month, we've got an arts walk, fun new event. We've got axe throwing in the downstairs area. And of course, we've got a great brewery here at Mad Jack's as well, the Guardian Brewery. So it's a great place and it's getting a little bit more exciting each day, but it's already a great place to come. We also have co-working. You can come be a coworker and hang out in our co-working spaces so you can work. You don't have to work in isolation. So there's just all kinds of things to do here in the building, and we would love to invite everyone to come to Muncie to have a pizza and beer at Guardian, or join one of our Maker Monday events.
That's incredible. Next time in Muncie, I'm gonna have to make a stop over there. So, Jane Ellery, board member with Sustainable Muncie, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Addison, and your first beer and pizza's on me.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Folks who are watching, I just want to remind you that the 2022 Community Challenge Grant application process kicked off last month, and we are accepting applications through March 22nd, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So, for more information on how to apply, go to www.aarp.org/in. Thanks again to Jane, and thank you all for watching today. Take care.